Hello, class. So I had wanted you to do Chapter 6 review on page 246 and 247 on your own. If you have not done that, press pause, go back, work on your own, and then I'm going to go over the lesson with you on this recording. If you already have completed the review, then let's proceed. Number 1, two angles whose measures have a sum of 180 degrees are supplementary. Complementary, they equal 90 degrees. Number 2, a perpendicular segment connecting one base of a parallelogram to another is the height or radium of a parallelogram. Well, we know that radium or radius has to do with circles, and a circle is not a parallelogram. Therefore, our answer is height. The base or the height of a triangle is always one side of the triangle. The base. Remember, the height could be, if it were to be drawn like this, I've ordered a new pen so that I could hopefully have better drawing abilities, so bear with me. This is the base. The height for this one is going to be from the vertex down, which is not a side of the triangle. Therefore, it is the base. An acute or an obtuse angle measures less than 90 degrees. If it's little, oh, it's so cute. An acute angle. Obtuse is bigger than 90 degrees. And of course, 90 degrees is a right angle. The distance around a circle is the circumference. Oh, and if you look here, I forgot the parenthesis. Okay. Hope you got those correct. Here are some skills and concepts. An angle is formed by two rays with a common endpoint. The sum of two complementary angles is 90 degrees. The sum of two supplementary angles is 180 degrees. Two intersecting lines form four angles. The angles that are opposite each other are vertical angles. They have equal measures, so they are congruent angles. The angles next to each other are adjacent angles. They are supplementary. Okay, write an equation relating the measures of two angles and find the angle measures. So we have these two angles, and we can see that this line right here is a straight line, so it is 180 degrees. Therefore, these two angles are supplementary. They add up to equal 180 degrees. So the equation is going to be 3x plus 2x plus 40 equals 180. Let's combine like terms, get 40 on the other side. So we are going to have 5x equals 140. Divide by 5. 2x is going to equal 28. Then we need to plug that into our equation. 3 times 28 is going to equal 84 degrees. And 2 times 28 is going to be 56 plus 40, 96 degrees. Double check yourself. 84 plus 96 equals 180. Excellent. This next one we are looking at complementary angles. They equal 90 degrees. So we have the equation 2x plus 3x minus 10 equals 90. Get 10 over onto the other side. Get rid of that. We're going to add 10 to each side. Equals 100. 2x plus 3x is 5x. X equals 20. Go ahead and take that over. 2x, so 2 times 20 is going to be equal to 40 degrees. 3x is 60 minus 10, 50 degrees. 50 plus 40 equals 90 degrees. We're correct. In the diagram at the right, measure angle 1 equals 143.7 degrees. Find the measure of each angle. So here's angle 1. We know what that is. The angle across from it is its vertical angle. They are equal, so they are also congruent angles. Therefore, we know that angle 3 is also 143.7 degrees. So now we just need to solve for angle 2 or 4. They are vertical, oops, wrong one. They are vertical angles and also congruent. Angle 1 and 2 are next to each other. They are considered adjacent angles. They are supplementary. This blue line here is 180 degrees. So we know that these two angles added together equal 180. So you can put that together in an equation. 143.7 plus x equals 180, or you can just take 180, subtract 143.7 is going to give you 36.3. Therefore, angle 2 and angle 4 are going to equal 36.3 degrees. Great. So the height of a parallelogram is the length of a perpendicular segment connecting one base of a parallelogram to the other. To find the area of the parallelogram, use the formula area equals base times height. So for number 11, we are going to do area, oops, wrong one, area equals 8 times 14. Therefore, area equals 112 inches squared. Number 12, area equals 2.4 times 6. The area is going to equal 14.4 meters squared. And then the last one, area equals 3 times 11. area equals 33 feet squared. The height of a triangle is the length of the perpendicular segment from a vertex to the triangle to the base opposite the vertex, or the extension of the base. To find the area of a triangle, use the formula area equals half times the base times the height. So if we take this one, the base is 10, the height is 6. We're going to go half times 6 times 10. 6 times 10 is 60, divided by 2 equals 30 centimeters squared. This next one, the base, 12, the height is 9. Therefore, we go 12 times 9, which equals 108. Divide that by 2, it is going to equal 54 inches squared. And our last one, so it tries to trick us a little bit. The base of the triangle is the 3 meters. The height is from the vertex down. Therefore, it's 4.8. If you multiply 4.8 times 3, you are going to get 14.4. 14.4 divided by 2 is going to give you 7.2 meters squared. To find the area of an irregular figure, first separate it into familiar figures and find the area of each piece. Then add the areas. So let's start out with number 17. If we are looking at this figure here, that looks like a triangle, and this one here looks like a parallelogram. So to find a triangle, we are going to want to multiply the base times the height, divided by 2, or times 1/2. So we're going to go 3 times 3. This side here is a parallelogram, so it's the same as this one here. 3 times 3 equals 9. Divide it by 2. It's going to equal 4.5. Then this next one, parallelogram, is the base times the height. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 4.5 is going to give us 10.5 meters squared. Number 18, this is a triangle, so same thing. This is saying that the height here is 6 and this is 6. 6 times 6 is 36, but it's a triangle, so we're going to divide it by 2. So that's going to give us 18. This side over here is looks more like a trapezoid. So if this is 6 and the whole thing is 10, then we know that this right here is going to be a 4. So we want to add the two sides together. So we are going to add 4 centimeters plus 6 centimeters, because those are the two sides. And then we're going to multiply that times 4. So 4 plus 6 equals 10. Times 4 is 40. divided by 2 is 20. So we are going to take 20, add it to 18, gives us 38 centimeters squared. And our last one, we are going to split this one into one triangle, two triangles. Triangles are going to be base times height times 1/2, or divide by 2. So this first triangle over here is going to be 12 times the height is 16. So if we go 12 times 16, let's do this over here. 12 times 16 equals 192. Divide by 2, or multiply by 1/2, equals 96. And then this other side is going to be 8 times 16 equals 128. Divided by 2 equals 64. When we add these together, we get 160 feet squared. And that's our answer. To find the circumference of a circle, use the formula circumference equals radius times diameter. Oops, just kidding. Circumference equals pi times diameter, or 2 times pi times radius. To find the area of a circle, use the formula area equals pi r squared. And we remember that pi is going to equal 3.14. Okay, so find the circumference and the area of each. So 20, the circumference is going to be pi, 3.14, or you can just use it on your calculator, times 8. So the circumference equals 25.12 inches. That's how far it is around the circle, the circumference. Now the area is going to be pi r squared. So if we know the diameter is 8, that means the radius is half of that. So the radius is going to equal 4. So if we plug that into our equation, area equals pi 4 squared. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 3.14 is going to equal 50 and it's 2.4, so we're going to just keep it at 0.2. If you use the pi button on your calculator, you may have gotten 50.3. Okay, for number 21, same thing. The circumference is going to be 14 times pi. So the circumference is going to equal 44 miles. And the area, half of 14 is 7. 7 squared is 49. Times pi is going to equal 153.9 miles squared. And the last one, the circumference is going to be, let's bring this work down here, 7 is the diameter, so the circumference is 7 times pi, 3.14, which is about 22 kilometers. And the area is going to equal pi r squared. The radius is half of 7, so that's going to be 3.5 squared. And when we plug that into the calculator, we get 38.5 kilometers squared. That concludes our review. I hope you did well and are feeling ready for the test. If not, please don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, please go ahead and access the test and get that turned in to me. Have a great week. Thanks.